MVP, the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose it.
From the home of the reigning Super Bowl champs, we are inside a sold-out and absolutely rocking Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks.
There we go, that's the way to hit.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's White. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Prescott now. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here we go.
23 yards on the play. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing now is Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. Brady going to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And his guys are going to have a 1st and goal down at the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Here's Elliott, and bulldozing through multiple tackles. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the 1st half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Philip Dorsett by himself. The 30. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as they are now on the board here in the first half.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Let's go.
Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Michael Bennett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's caught, it's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And they will run it with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
5 plays there on that drive. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check 55 to Mike. Check. Hey, 66.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Brady, and he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brady. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Benjamin Watson. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively. Maybe maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is Elliott, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Pollard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd down now, Pollard, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now here's Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. Oh, and now some space to operate.
Offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll run with White. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year, there on the stop. Now Brady. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. On second down, Elliott. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll run with Pollard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to... And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Brady now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Brady. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Brady, throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. That is caught at the 7. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Demaryius Thomas with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now here come the Cowboys. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And so Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. Gets through, and now an opening. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gostkowski, the extra point. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will not have a chance here to try for another touchdown. He'll sit tight, and they'll take over at the 25. Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 50 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Brown, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A gain of 3, 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game.